What would you do if someone who loves you started controlling you? My mother reads my messages. Yesterday, she showed up on my date. Not in a, let's meet your new friend way, but in a, I've been tracking you and I don't approve way. She just stood across the street from the cafe, a silent, unblinking sentinel, until Mark got so uncomfortable he had to leave. I felt a hot, prickling shame crawl up my neck. That was the moment the cage I lived in no longer felt invisible. It started with a new phone for my 16th birthday. For your safety, honey, she'd chirped, her smile as bright and false as a plastic flower. The safety was a GPS tracker. I found the app pre-installed, hidden in a folder. My brother Leo, 2 years older, got a new car. No tracker. He could disappear for hours, returning with the smell of cheap perfume and cigarettes on his clothes, and all he'd get was a playful, having fun superstar. I got a 9 p.m. curfew and a digital leash. The inequality was a chasm between us. The surveillance escalated. A few weeks ago, I found it. A tiny black lens disguised as a USB charger, pointed directly at my bed. My sanctuary, my one private space, had been breached. The air in my own room felt thin, stolen. I felt like an exhibit in a zoo, constantly watched. Then came the random drug tests. It's just a precaution, Maya. The world is a dangerous place. My world wasn't dangerous. My world was my mother. The final threat came last week, whispered with cold venom after I argued about the camera. If you ever get out of my control, remember there are homes for troubled girls. They'll fix you. Her control was a suffocating poison, and Leo was the antidote she never gave me. He was her golden boy, her proof of successful parenting. I was her project, her flawed doll that needed constant invasive maintenance. The injustice burned in my chest, a fire with nowhere to go. My breaking point wasn't a single event, but the slow, crushing weight of all of them. The plan for my revenge came to me in the sterile quiet of the bathroom, waiting for the drug test strip to show its verdict. My mother's power wasn't just in her surveillance. It was in the secret of it. Her friends, our family, they all saw her as the perfect, caring mother. I was going to burn that image to the ground. Her annual garden party was the perfect stage. It was her pride and joy, a gathering of her most important friends and family where she showcased her perfect life, her perfect home, her perfect children. As she was in the middle of a speech, laughing about the typical teenage drama and how close we were, I stepped forward. My hands trembled, but my voice was steady. Mom, you're right. We are incredibly close, I began, my voice carrying across the silent lawn. Her smile faltered. I held up my phone, the screen showing a map with a single blue dot. So close, in fact, that you know where I am every second of the day. This is me, right here in your beautiful garden. A confused murmur went through the crowd. I swiped to the next image, a photo of the camera from my room. You've even made sure my bedroom is safe. This little camera watches me sleep. Her face went pale, her smile a frozen rictus of horror. And all those text messages you love to read to know what I'm thinking? I said, my voice cracking with a year's worth of unshed tears. You don't have to. I'll tell you what I'm thinking right now. I looked past her at the shocked faces of our aunts, uncles, and her friends. I'm thinking that a cage, even one built from love, is still a cage. The silence that followed was absolute. In that moment, I hadn't just exposed her. I had dismantled the foundation of her control. She had lost her audience. Her perfect image shattered into a million pieces on the pristine lawn. I didn't know what would happen next, if she would send me to that home for troubled girls. But for the first time in forever, as I stood there under the horrified gazes of her world, I felt the air rush back into my lungs. I was finally breathing my own air.